Good evening, it's Brian at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I want to show you this car here, which is a 2018 Honda HRV. This is the 1.5i-VTEC ES model. I need to show you the car in the showroom because it's really windy outside this evening, and this camera does not deal with any sort of weather conditions whatsoever. So in terms of the car itself, it's a car that we own since brand new. It's a 1.8i car, so it's pretty much as new. The mileage is very low on it, but it's going to suit someone that's obviously looking at possibly, or was even possibly looking at a brand new HRV, but they're now starting to think at this point of the year maybe they would like to look at something with a bit of value and some discount on it. So this is ideally what the car is. Let's run through specifications. There's no point telling you about condition because the car is absolutely perfect, so you'd expect that. While we're at the back of the car, oh yeah, one thing, these are little transfer stickers, so they literally just peel off, so they will come off obviously when the car is sold to the next owner. That is, unless you're a strange person and you want to leave the stickers on, which we'd be quite happy to do, but obviously most people are not going to want to do that. Right, okay, now we're at the front of the car. Front we have fog lights, which are standard, parking sensors over here, which are standard. This is your indicator, obviously. This is your parking light. This is your full and dipped headlight. But the nice thing about those headlamps is they are automated. So they basically, what that means is if you meet traffic, they'll dip. When you go back into an unlit area, they go full. So they recognize that traffic is coming towards them, and they also recognize they're going into a dark area. Nice bits of chrome along the grille. And then after that, that is a 1.5. Sure, look, let's have a look at it while we're here. That is a 1.5i-VTEC, which is the variable valve timing engine, which basically has the ability to be more frugal in urban kind of driving styles, and then it can open up and give you more power when you need it in more motorway kind of style driving. So it is 130 horsepower. It is a little ripper of an engine. It's got loads and loads of power high up in the band, so it's a really it's quite a powerful car. 130 horsepower in a petrol engine at 1.5. That's quite good, like, because just looking at the manufacturer ones, non-turbo there. This is non-turbo, good old reliable non-turbo straightforward setup. And we have cars that are like 1.4s, and even the Civic that was before, which came out in 2000, or which was out in 2016. The time was 100 horsepower. So this is 1.5, but you're going up into 130 horsepower. So that's quite a gain. Down inside the car, there is nice diamond cut wheels. So basically, as you see, they're nice and shiny. There's just a bit of water, but there's a nice reflection off them then when artificial light shines on them. Behind those, you have anti-lock brakes, you have emergency brake assist, emergency brake distribution all the way around. Down the side of the car, we will have steel bars for side impact protection. Again, as explained, this is just a little transfer sticker that'll come off. The door handle's chrome. The rear door handle is hidden. So a lot of people, when they look at the car, their first assumption is that the car is a 3-door, which it's not, because the other handle is in through here. After that then, as we move around to the back of the car, there is LED tail lighting, and there's also parking sensors along the back of the car, and then these are a nice kind of bright white executive style LED, not LED, sorry, bright white executive style lamp, which, what is actually, it's LED, yeah, which lights up the license plate, so that's quite nice as well. I'm going to show you the inside of the car outside, which I know doesn't make any sense, but it's just because there's better natural light outside. Unfortunately, with the way these lights are, doesn't really show the inside very well. So one other thing then on the car, it has from the key a closing and opening function. So basically the lights are in the on position right now, so if we leave them on, lock the car, fine. So we've locked the car. I've hit the button by accident and the wing mirrors have actually come in, so that's the first thing I was going to show you. The second thing is these lights will turn off and they become automated from the key, and then after that we can also control the windows. So the lights have gone off. Basically, if I hit the key here, open up, lights are back on. And secondly, if you watch the windows, I can retract them downwards, or I can bring them back up into the fully closed position. And the wing mirrors would have done the same thing had I not been so hasty earlier on. But the wing mirrors then will come out when I open up the driver's door. Now, starting the car, this is the sequence that you get. So clock's going to a kind of a starting up mode, and I'm going to go out here towards the outside where it's not quite as windy, but it is pretty windy still. But hopefully we'll have a better idea what the interior is like on the car then after that. Automatic park brake, so if I lift it, it engages the park brake for me. A lot of people ask what brake hold is. It's basically if you're driving up a hill, if you don't put on the brake hold, if you're driving up a hill for about 2 seconds, it gives you time to get your foot from the brake onto the clutch, sorry, the brake onto the accelerator. So you drive up a hill, hit the brake, now you want to move on, so you need to accelerate again. Brake comes off the foot, comes off the brake onto the accelerator, gives you about 2 seconds. The difference of brake hold is once you've engaged it, it actually means that if I put it on, which it'll only do when I have my safety belt on, so let's put on the safety belt. Let's try that again. If I hit brake hold, that's now lit up here. If I drive forward, hit the brake, brake hold is now on. If I take my foot off the brake down here, which I'm not sure if you can see, but anyway, foot's off the brake, brake hold is now holding me. The car will not roll. It actually cannot roll until I decide to move forward again. So it's alleviating the anxiety of going up a hill and you normally use your manual handbrake. The car has a start-stop function and a traffic light, that's always on. Bit of storage in through here, which somebody has actually left. That's not a coffee, it's a really small one. Coffee cup, and then that moves backwards or forwards. There's drinks holders in through here on both sides, so they're quite easy to use. And then after that there's a nice short throw gearbox with 6 gears forward and then reverse all the way over and back. The parking sensors make noise, and then after that they will also warn you up in here if you have any kind of obstructions or anything like that of what's going on. After that, this can be programmed to change colours. So what you'd be doing basically is, by the way, that's just your parking sensor, I just wanted to show you that. So that's orange, sorry, it's yellow at the moment, but if I drive, see the way it's it'll change colour. The idea, do you know what, I actually need to take it off this one. So what will happen is actually, while we're at it, what we can do is go in through the menu here, select that, and we need to lift up our handbrake. What I'm doing is, rather than having this yellow, I think there's a better way to do this. So you could go in, and I'll tell you the reason I'm showing you. If you do something like this, what it's going to do is it's actually going to kind of prompt you into being more efficient. So we'll get off random. I will go to blue. See the way I'm changing colours all the way in through there? I can do all that kind of stuff. So nice colours in it, but I think I quite like the idea of red. And the reason is, so we're going to the red setup. That means now, that's always red when I'm driving uneconomically or ticking over. As I start to move and basically, see the way it's changing to green? So it changes colour, and what it's doing is when it's red you're being uneconomical, when it's kind of halfway between them it means you're kind of getting there, and then when it's green you're economical. And it's just prompting it to drive more efficiently, because most of the stuff with fuel efficiency is actually poor driving habits, and that includes myself. Right, anyway, sorry to bore you to death on that, but I think it's a nifty function. In through here, big boot, more storage down underneath, and then there is a cover that sits over along through here. And it's going to wipe the lens, lighting in through here in the boot, and then power outlet over there as well. We can grab that then and let it down. After that then, in through here, I've got some advertising paraphernalia, but nice chrome around the speakers, electrics for your windows, child locks down back through here. And then, if I take this out of the way, you can see I have 3 head restraints, 3 3-point safety belts, armrest up through the centre, storage in there with a power outlet as well. That's kind of pretty much normal seating. And if I sit in the back, and actually there's nice LED lights in the front and also the rear as well. Headroom, pretty good. If I'm 6 foot, I got headroom. And then the legroom's really good in these. These are actually based on the Jazz platform, which you wouldn't think would be a good thing when it comes to legroom and stuff, but it actually is. The Jazz is a really long car. The HRV shares a similar floor pan. It's really, really good for legroom, really good. After that then, moving forward, electrics for windows and mirrors. Seating obviously is height adjustable as you'd expect. And then you've anti-whiplash head restraints, which you can set them up obviously to reduce whiplash in the event of an accident. Driver's airbag, passenger airbag, curtain all the way down the side of the seat in through here. And then after that we have cruise control with a speed limiter, and the speed limiter is intelligent, so I can set, see lim up here, and then I press it once more. It actually gives me lim with a setup that is cognizant of speed signs. So if you're driving along, the car will actually tell you in through here what speed zone you're in, 80, 100 kilometers an hour, and actually the limiter will limit you to the current speed signs ever seeing, so that's pretty cool. All the information in here, IMID, average speed, fuel efficiency, all that kind of stuff in through there that you saw me messing around with already. Bluetooth for mobile phone, controls for radio and all that kind of stuff. We're still going. There is nice touch screen setup in through here, all very easy to use, and front and rear windscreen emisters, air conditioning, all that kind of stuff there. And then Honda Connect, which has a CD player, which is getting rare. And then down through here we have USB and auxiliary and all those kind of functions in through there. So that's just underneath the gear stick area over there. And then if I go in here, I got my Honda Connect, which is touch and swipe Android, so it's giving me things like audio, Bluetooth, all that kind of stuff, and then other functionality over here, which is clock, browser for internet, all that kind of stuff in through there as well. So after that, then that is pretty much most of what I think is relevant on a HRV. These cars, if you want a car that's not too big but gives you a really nice high elevated driving position, this is definitely worth considering. And ironically, when these came out first, we actually used to sell a lot of them in diesel. But what seems to have happened over the last couple of months is, maybe a year, we seem to be seeing a lot more people now looking for the petrol. So our demonstrators are usually diesel, and that's why this one is petrol, because I suppose we're starting to see a market that we hadn't seen before. And they're cheaper. They're actually, as a petrol, they're €2,000 less than the diesel equivalent, and then obviously we have a discount put in that car as well. Road tax €270. Realistic fuel efficiency, and I mean realistic, somewhere in the region of 40-45 miles per gallon, and that's going on what I see customers doing. Anyway, if you want information on a car like this, please do give me a shout. 086-843-1945. Sorry about the wind. Please do give me a shout. We can do finance, we can do part exchanges, and then after that, if you want to come drive it, please do. The warranty on the car is until 2021, and the AA cover for brake assist is until 2021 as well. So hopefully the car's of interest. Thanks for taking time to watch, and hopefully we'll see you soon.